everybody, and welcome to September. Can you believe we're heading into the final months of the year already? And if you are in a warmer area of the United States, at least, you know it is still super hot. We are still experiencing over 100 degrees here in the Houston, Texas area. So yeah, we are a long ways off from getting that 70 to 80 degree weather, but prayerfully coming out of the hundreds will be happening soon. But I want to welcome everybody to the channel today. For those who are new to the channel, welcome. And those, of course, who continue to tune in from week to week, I greatly appreciate it. This is the Sewing Buzz. So for those who are new to the channel, real quick, the Sewing Buzz is where I do a quick wrap-up synopsis of things that I know about or that I've been on social media and been paying attention to, any sewing challenges going on, any, you know, new drops of different things in the sewing community, DIY community that I share here. I also might share maybe a tool or something that I have here on the channel. I've done that during the Sewing Buzz. And yeah, of course, it's all about the new indie pattern releases. There are a few. I have my notes. There weren't a ton that I think here I have 7 I'm sharing today, so it's not a ton. What I will do is put on the screen at least chapters. So this first part of the video will be all about 1, updates for BHMPatternDesigners 2024 and 2025, and then just what's going on in the sewing community, new things, new happenings, and then we'll jump into the pattern releases. So I will break this up into 2 parts, and so you can skip if you don't want to hear this first part, skip on and see what the new pattern releases from indie companies that caught my eye and that I'll be sharing with you today. So the first thing I want to highlight is what's going on in the sewing community. So there is one sewing challenge going on, and also I wanted to pop up and make sure you catch the screen, because then you'll see the picture of this as well. I will pop up on the screen the different things that I'll be talking about, so make sure, for if I'm talking about something that you need to see, make sure you look at the screen. Many of you play me in the background, which is totally fine, but make sure you circle back around if you want to see something in particular that I was talking about. So first of all, let's talk about Raven Marine. So if many of you follow her, she has a YouTube channel, but also if you follow her over on Instagram, you know that she released some pattern weights, and they are so cute. These pattern weights are so cute. I do plan to order me a set, so I will be doing that here before the end of the year for sure. But if you go over to her Instagram, she talks about her new pattern weights, and then because they come in, I want to say silver and gold. I'll pop up a picture here. Look how big they are, like the palm of the hand big. That's huge. That is nice. And who don't love good sewing pattern weights? Absolutely love. Whether you make your own, whether, you know, I've bought some from Thanks I Made Them. Love hers, and now I'm gonna get Raven Marine's. I mean, hey, love. Go support. I'll leave a link to Raven Marine's Etsy shop down in the description box. And then we are going to switch gears to Madi from Madi Sews. You know, it's September 1st when this would have kicked off. By the way, for those who are in the United States, I hope that you enjoy a long weekend. This is Labor Day weekend that's coming up, and so for many of us have off on Monday. For those who do not, that still need to go in, still many blessings to you on this Labor Day weekend. But her project Dress a Girl kicked off on September 1st, and so what I will do is leave a link to her channel where she kicks it off down in the description box. Go check it out. But it has been lovely seeing how Madi's event every year has continued to grow, and hey, how you can use your gifts and talents to help those in need in such a good charitable cause. So head on over to Madi Sews so you can hear more about that, hear all the details, and you can even order some of those Project Dress a Girl labels off of her website as well. So head on over and watch that. I do want to pop in and just say also, I was planning the SewNaturalDane Sew Day here in my area, and wouldn't you know, these places fill up fast, you guys. I thought that, oh, I have enough time. It's going to be like 2 months away, and I cannot find a location. The location I chose, which is library, that is free. They have nice size meeting rooms, and you can set them up specific ways. And so this particular location, they are booked, you guys, for the rest of the year, and every Saturday, because that's the day I want to do it, is on a Saturday. And yeah, so I'm going to have to look for another location, yeah, maybe a different community type center, and see if I can host it there before the end of the year. Worst case scenario is I won't be able to start the sew days until January, which I'm willing to do, because that'll be right before BHM kicks off. That will be fun to do during BHM Pattern Designers Challenge Month. Maybe a sew day. People can work on their projects there for that they're working on during that month. So worst case scenario, that won't kick off until January, but I'm really going to try to find something to kick off in October. So stay tuned for that. Now, drum roll please, we are going to get into BHM Pattern Designers 2024. For those who have been following me for any length of time, you all know it's around this time of the year I start putting just little nibbles out there. I don't really drop big crumbs, just little nibbles before December, where I start dropping bigger crumbs and things of that nature. But 2024, you all know this is the time of the year. Technically, I'm usually always doing something related to BHM Pattern Designers and SewNaturalDane throughout the year. But specifically for the sewing challenge, I'm usually always hat is on. I'm jotting things down. Even if I'm not executing anything at the moment, I am jotting a lot of my ideas down. So, and I have my dedicated notebook I go back to, pick it up, and if I have tabs and things that I know, okay, yes, do this, don't forget to do that. All of that has been in the works, right? And so what I will say for 2024 is I am so excited. There are several things planned for the month of February. Now, there will be several collaborations. I am not right now sharing any of the who, what, where, when, or why on those collaborations until it gets closer into to the sewing channel. So you probably won't see me talk about that until January. How it could be December, I don't know. We shall see. But so I'm very excited about that. I've also, because you all know, I'm also planning 2025. Yes, I am, as well, over a year and a half away. Look, if you deal with a planner, if you're a planner yourself, you know, planning in advance, it's just the way to do it, right? Even if you're just jotting down ideas. But this has been execution even for 2025. That I'm just going to share a little bit with you today. So first, one of the things I have done, and I usually wait till towards the end of the summer to do this when things aren't quite as busy for me, but what I have been able to do is do a refresh on my website. I do it a couple times throughout the year, and I'll do it again before February kicks off, January kicks off. But I do a refresh of SewNaturalDane, the BHM Pattern Designers page, where it lists the different pattern companies, it lists the different fabric companies, handbag companies, crochet, knitting, embroidery, all of that good stuff is over there on the website, because people always ask, well, who are Black pattern designers? Where can I get them from? You know, indie, and you know, what are who owns different Black fabric store. All of that is on my website, right, on that particular page. I've recently done a refresh, and I've added a few, and I want to thank you all who do reach out either via DM or send me an email of a Black pattern designer maybe that you didn't see on the website, and then I will usually circle back with those pattern designers or company owners and ask if it, just their permission. I don't want to be presumptuous, but their permission to be able to add their link and everything onto my website. So I thank you for that. I have added a couple fabric stores. One is So Chic Fabric and Crafts, so you'll see that. I've added House of Tola, who is local here in the United States. I'm sorry, local here in Texas, I should say. And I actually have some fabric coming in from her that I'll be sharing soon. So stay tuned for that. But anyway, and then the pattern companies that I have added is the Crafter. What is it? Yeah, the Crafterpreneur. One of her patterns actually was, I knew about her during the challenge this year. I didn't know that she had patterns until people were posting her new release that she released this year, and so reached out to her and was able to add her also to the website. And then there is a French company, now, I don't know how to say the name of the company. I will scroll up her website. I believe it's pronounced, the last part of the name of her business is Cadia, C-A-D-I-A. And so, again, forgive me if I'm pronouncing that wrong, but she has a plethora of patterns over there. And yes, they do also come in English as well. So, yeah, she has a full catalog over there. So, yes, definitely visit the website anytime you think about it between now and before BHM Pattern Designers start up. Yeah, so there is no reason why you can't participate, because there's quilt black pattern designers who make quilts that you can do, garments, handbags, all of that good stuff. So yeah, and then I think that was it. I believe somebody had shared Kim Davy, but when I went and checked her pattern link for her patterns, it wasn't, it was down, it was closed. So maybe she has pulled off her patterns. If you guys know any different, definitely let me know. All right, so here it is for BHM 2025. Again, just a nibble. Everything is not getting ready to be told to you right now, but as you all know, from 2024, this year, there was people that attended, as well as people that weren't able to attend but was interested. When I asked for feedback, I did get feedback. I collected that information. Again, always working behind the scenes. So for 2025, there is a plan to have a retreat, a multi-day retreat. So I'm going to look down here at my notes to make sure I don't miss anything. So here is the tea. For now, tentatively, now let me be clear. Let me be clear. If you are planning to attend from out of town, or if you are going to attend and you are local, this still applies to you. Couple things. One, this will be a multi-day event. So it's scheduled to be, I want to say that was 4 days, 3 nights. And then it will be complete lodging. If you saw my wrap-up video, I'll leave it here. I share a snippet of the location, and so you can go back and watch that video. Again, I'll leave it up here in the iCard. But you will have access to the grounds. You can do swimming, canoeing. You'll be there all day for those 4 days, 3 nights. For those who are looking for the lodging piece of it, even if you are local and you're just going to drive back and forth every day, totally up to you. Still, go take a look at the information, because there are other questions. And I'm saying all of that because I have put in this description box down below a Google form. I need you. I don't care if you're traveling from out of town. I don't care if you're local. Either way, I need you to fill out that interest form, that Google form, because all of the work that I've started doing, I mean, instructors, fire, all of them, instructors, different activities, everything I'm super excited about, but I want to get some input from you guys. So again, it doesn't matter if you're local, doesn't matter if you'll be traveling from out of town, driving, or if you're gonna, you know, drive back and forth every day. It doesn't matter if you're looking for lodging, if you're not looking for lodging. Here's the thing, for those who are decide to stay on the property, you will be provided meals as part of your fees. You will be provided breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So the first day is, I think the arrival is not until after, check-in is until after 3. So that first night will be dinner. You will be served. When I say served, you will be served dinner. You will be served breakfast, lunch, and dinner the other days. And then the day of checkout, you will be served breakfast. And so there's a few questions on that form. Again, it doesn't matter if you are traveling from out of town or if you're not. I will be able to divide up the list for those who are traveling from out of town versus those who are not. There's a question on there about shuttle service. Would you like shuttle service to and from the airport to the property? All of that is on there. So make sure in the airport, let me just say this up front, that there will be providing shuttle service. There will only be one airport that I will be doing that for, and that's coming out of George Bush International, only because obviously it's an international airport, so it can come from anywhere and is easily accessible for most people from where they're flying out from. So head on over after this video, jump on that Google form and fill it out. And also one of the other things I want to highlight as well is, even if you know you're not 100%, you think, oh, you would love to make it, you don't know if you want to make it, or oh, I don't know, fill out the form. Please fill out the form, because this will be capped at 25 people, not including instructors. So that count doesn't include instructors, but 25 it will be capped at. And I need to know, I want to build up this list. So if it's, you know, 100 people or so sign up on this list, and, you know, obviously all 100 people may or may not be interested. Once, you know, deposit and all that stuff is due, will be interested. But if I can get 25 out of how many ever people to go ahead and pay their deposit when it's time, because it's only going to be the people on that list who fill out the Google form who will get the invitation and the information once registration open. When does registration open? I am pushing for registration to open March 2024. And so, but you'll see all of that on the Google form. Please fill out that Google form. And if by chance, and again, this is high level information, I'm not giving you all the ins and outs, all the who the instructors are, every single class. Just know it's going to be fire. It's going to be good. Everything that you were asking for is coming for 2025. And so be excited. But yeah, once all that information is ready to release, even if I release information prior to, I want you on that list so you can get the information, and then you can make an informed decision when the time opens for registration. So, all right, so that's it. And I want to give a special shout out to Heather. Heather flew in from, I think Heather's from Miami, Texture Tailored Thoughts. She came in for 2024, and one of the things that the shuttle idea actually came from her. She was talking to me about some other stuff, and she had dropped that on me, and I was like, oh, that is an excellent idea. So shout out to Heather, because yeah, that is also in the works and being looked at. So you guys, head on over down in the description box, fill out that Google form. Again, it's going to be capped at 25. There is an option for payment plans, all of that. I'm working on all of that, the particulars, the specifics behind the scenes. So if you email me and ask me questions about something outside that I've told you or that's on that form, that stuff is probably still being worked out, but you can always email at hello@SewNaturalDane.com, and yeah, I will follow up. But I need to know who's interested, so please, 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 please fill out that Google form, okay? I'll talk about it periodically throughout over the next several months, but yes, fill that out, because it's only those people on that list that's going to hear about it. when it opens. So let's now switch gears into new pattern releases for indie. So all of these, of course, I will leave down in the description box with the link directly to them. And so yeah, you can check them out. There's only 7. I don't have a lot for you today, but let's start with the most recent drop, which I want to say this came out the last day of August. Yeah, I think the last day of August. It is the Itch to Stitch Cambria dress, and it is currently on sale for 15% off. And when I say go check the tester versions, I had to see, I didn't test this one because I'm always hesitant about anything double-breasted or anything that calls for buttons to go down both sides of me, for me, and how that might look on me. And so I did check out the different tester versions, and when I tell you all of the versions look absolutely beautiful, go check it out. There are, of course, cup size options, which I can say for Candace and Itch to Stitch, her cup size options are really good. I found that they work for me. And so yeah, definitely that is a plus. There is a notched collar for this particular pattern, which for me have been tricky depending if I didn't snip just right, but as long as the instructions are explained, and Candace has wonderful instructions in her patterns, you know, you're all good, you'll be fine. It does have it is sleeveless, and but it is fully lined, and it has front and back princess seams. You all know, I think it was my anniversary dress that had a princess seam, and I was like, I've always liked princess seams over darts, and I know for many tops you can convert the bodice front from a dart to princess seam, and I'm finding I think I like the way princess seams look on me more being fuller bust than a dart. But anyway, that is, and it is semi-fitted, and so and it's made for stretched woven. I'm sorry, non-stretch woven. It's made for non-stretch woven. So go check that out. It's on sale until September 6th for 15% off. Helen's Closet, the Lawrence top and dress. I really like this. I like Helen's Closet patterns. Her instructions are really easy. I haven't made up many as of late. I do have several of her patterns, and I actually really like this, even though it's good. It says for summer, a nice summer dress. That's the sleeveless version, obviously, but for fall with the flutter sleeves and everything, I think that will work beautifully. You can definitely in the fall wear a jacket or a cardigan or something over it if you need to. And I do like the tiers. Tiers are still apparently very popular. I do like tiers. Stay tuned for Wednesday. My layer cake dress. But anyway, sidebar. So yes, definitely love that pattern. Then I wanted to highlight a free pattern, and I actually downloaded this because I do like this. This is a free pattern by Mood. Now I have downloaded, the caveat here, I have downloaded Mood patterns, their free patterns before, and found for a couple of them the instructions were kind of just so but you know, I knew what I was doing, so I got through them. And so I have not looked at these instructions, so I can't speak to these instructions, but it is a free pattern. And I think this is such a pretty top. It's an oversized blouse with ruffles, and I thought the sizing for this is so good. It goes up to a bust of measurements of 59.5, but a finished garment measurement of 70.5. So keep that in mind, depending on your bust measurements, that you do have room to work with the finished garment measurements, depending on if you want the more flowy look that they have, or you don't mind it, you know, taking out some of that excess for your version. But I thought this top was so pretty, and it is free. So yeah, I'll leave a link down to the Veronica blouse down below. The next is, I thought, now this is for those who, you know, might be more into crafting a little bit and don't mind this type of thing for gifts, but I thought it was so cute. It is the Ellie and Mac Take a Break lunch bag pattern. I personally thought this would be great as a gift idea for those who do return to the office. This could even be good for your kids for school, or, you know, if they had events, say your kids are in different events and you're shuffling them, driving them from this event, that event, maybe you need something like this to put snacks in and different things like that, because it does have an insulated area in it for storage. The different compartments for storage and pockets and things of that nature. So I thought this was a cute pattern, and I thought it would be good. Why not? I thought that was a really good pattern. Then we have Lydia Naomi. She released the Lulu frock. This is a fit and flare dress pattern, and it features a rounded square neckline, lined cap sleeves, and a built-in bra for this particular pattern, and it says it has no waist seams. And so I saw the different versions because she had testing for this, and then I saw different versions of it online. It looks to be a very easy dress, and many of you probably follow Lydia. I want to say she did a hack on this recently. I saw come across my feed. I could be wrong, but definitely check this pattern out. The Lulu frock by Lydia Naomi Patterns. Then we have the Style Art Tatum dress. I purchased this one. Now, and the reason I purchased this, shout out to T from Crumpets Tea and Sewing. She was a tester for this pattern for Style Art. And so the day this dropped, her video popped up for this. And I had to watch it right away because I was like, ooh, this looks interesting. And so and I haven't purchased a Style Art pattern in quite some time, and so it was only because of T's review that I was convinced. I was on the fence when I saw it come across my email, but once I saw T's review, which I will leave T's video review down in the description box, a link to it. So good. She gives so many details. But when I tell you, I love this. I love the what I love was the collar detail, because that whole, you know how you have the collar stand, it doesn't come all the way around to the front. It's just in that back area. And even for that waistband, it's just in the back. And yes, there is some work with all of those different seams, and you can see from the line drawing, lots of seams. But oh, you can really play with that. You can really play with that, with your fabric design, all of that. You can play with that. And so yeah, I bought that. And the free pattern I got, I can't remember what it was, but it was last month. It was a knit jumpsuit. I want to say that was a knit jumpsuit. I don't know that I will ever sew it up, but I was like, if it's knit, I was thinking, well, maybe I would sew it up. And so I chose that one because I really didn't care for the other thing that they had, which I want to say was a top. So I just chose that one. And so I thought this was really good. And also you can add pockets to it as well. So definitely check out T's review. T gave all the tea, so you want to go check it out. Last but not least is Friday Pattern Company. The Friday, now I'm gonna pronounce this wrong, Betuta. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. This is, I think this is the first time I ever noticed this. They probably have others on their website. I'm not 100%, but it's a free / pay what you want pattern. So I want to say, I thought when I went out there, it had, you can pay as little as $2 for the pattern if you want to, but it is a top, a simple top made for knit, that can be made with long or short sleeve, and it's designed to be a relaxed fit, and it's very size inclusive. So I thought this was a really nice top. For those who maybe you're new to Friday Pattern Company's patterns, this is probably one to get. You like t-shirts and tops like this, get it. You can always lengthen it into a dress, see how you like that, or measure where the waistline is and add your favorite skirt to it. Again, knit, So just keep all of that in mind. But yeah, I thought this was something good to bring to the channel that I thought that you would all like. So yeah, that is it, everybody. Thank you so much again for tuning in today. I greatly appreciate it. Again, please fill out the form, the Google form, down in the description box. I'll have a link to it titled BHM Pattern Designers 2025 Retreat. Just click on that link and fill out the form. Stay tuned for Wednesday. That will be my layer cake dress reveal and all of that. So make sure you stay tuned for that. But yeah, I think that is it, everybody. If I missed anything, or you think I missed anything, or if you have any questions, leave it down in the comment section below. I greatly appreciate it. You all have a blessed start to your week, and I'll see you back here on Wednesday. Bye.